Hello my peeps, this Algebra Nation video will cover the right side of page 84 and the left side of page 85, basically problems 1 and 2 from Beat the Test.
Here we go. I've got two examples to beat this test. Given the following system of equations, how many times did the lines intersect? Well, remember, it's either going to be once, all the time, or not at all. It's never going to happen twice. So you can automatically throw that away. Remember, one way to do this is to graph. In this first equation, we have y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form. The slope is 2, the y-intercept is -6. So let's graph the y-intercept, and then remember the slope, and the slope would be 2 over 1. The y-intercept is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from that point, I'm going to go up 2 and to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1. Let's connect at this point, see what happens. There's one line. Now this next one, this one's set up where I could try and do, again, finding the intercepts. So let's give it a try. The x-intercepts, you set y equal to 0. So x plus 0 equals -4. And that was kind of nice. X equals -4. The y-intercept, you set x equal to 0. 0 plus y equals -4. So therefore, y is -4. Take a second, pause the video, write that all down, and see if you can graph the other line and find the answer. Give it a try one more time. Pause now, write this all down, graph the other line, it's right behind me, and see how many times they intersect. The x-intercept is -4, the y-intercept is -4. The x-intercept is -1, 2, 3, 4. The y-intercept is -1, 2, 3, 4. Connecting those 2 points, I can see that it's going to intersect, whoop, right there, one time. And that'd be the answer for the question. At the same time, you're going to learn that graphing, while it's a great idea, there's other ways to work this out as well, but if you're a visual type of learner, if you like to see what is going on, then graphing is a good idea. At the same time, when you get a question like number 2, Javier was walking...
I think it's time for a brain break. As you know, don't let this happen to you on the EOC. You might be looking like the 49ers or the Patriots if you let that happen to you on the EOC.
along the following path. Damien was following a different path. At what point do the boys meet? When they ask where they meet, that's another word for saying where do the two lines intersect. So again, where they meet, where they intersect, where two lines meet, where they intersect. What you can do is either graph both of these once again and be very meticulous in graphing them, or remember how you check? The way that you check is, remember, you take the answer and you plug in. So in this case, I would take each one of these answers and plug in, but remember you had to plug into both equations. Remember that? You had to plug into both. So make sure you plug into both to figure it out. If it helps, just remember that you have to plug in to both, okay? So here we go. So we're going to guess and check. Which one do you want to try, A, B, or C? Okay, let's try A. I don't really know what you said, but I'm going to assume A. So let's plug in 0, 0. Y equals 3 halves x plus 2. I'm going to plug in a 0 for y and a 0 for x. 3 halves times 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 doesn't equal 0. So this point isn't even on the first line. So if it's not even on the first line, I am going to automatically cross it out. It has to be able to plug into both, okay? So let's try that one, Let's try 3, 2. So once again, we'll plug into this equation, y equals 3/2 x plus 2. We'll plug in a 2 for y and a 3 for x. 3 times 3/2, that's going to be 2 equals, 3 times 3 is 9/2 plus 2. 9/2 plus 2 is not going to equal 2. Again, 9/2 plus 2 is not going to equal 2. So in this case, and you can even check if you want to plug into your calculator, it's not going to be that one. So it's either 2 comma 5 or there's no solution. So we're already down just one answer left probably. And if that doesn't work, then there's no solution. So now let's try 2 comma 5. Y equals 3/2 x plus 2. Let me just go ahead and write it down. So in this case, we've got 5 equals 3/2 times 2 plus 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 plus 2 is 5. So that might not be the answer. Remember, you have to plug into both to figure it out. So far, we're good with that one, but let's make sure it plugs into the other equation. So the other equation is 5x minus y equals 5. And we're plugging in the point 2 comma 5. X is 2, y is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, so it worked for both. So therefore, that would be your answer. Otherwise, you could always graph both of them and find where they intersect or find where they meet. So again, this is the start of a system of linear equations, trying to find where two lines intersect. However, beyond just plugging in, beyond just graphing, we have methods to solve. And you're going to see the intro to that starting in the next video on this list. So check it out. I'll see you then.